On March 31st, 1776, Abigail Adams writes to her husband, John Adams, urging him and the other members of the Continental Congress to remember the ladies when fighting for America's independence from Great Britain. Abigail Adams wrote,
I long to hear that you have declared an independency, and, by the way, in the new code of laws which I suppose it'll be necessary for you to make, I desire you would remember the ladies and be more generous and favorable to them than your ancestors.
This letter was a first step in the fight for women's equality and represents how our nation has evolved over the past 200 years.
Happy Thursday, Chargers.
It's April Fool's Eve, so you better get your goofs and gaffs ready.
We've got quite a show for you all today.
So strap in. This is DP News.
And it
starts now. April Artist of the Month selection is coming up next week, and we want to see your submissions. To turn in your work, go to the DPHS website and click on the Visual Arts program, then submit the Artist of the Month tab. Good luck, artists.
Did you attend the mandatory SB interest meeting before spring break? Well, listen up, because petitions are available outside Ms. Van Alphen's office, and all paperwork is due at the mandatory meeting tomorrow, April 1st, at lunch. Get on it, future officers. Seniors, as a reminder, the FAFSA DREAM Act is due tomorrow, April 1st, so make sure to submit in order to hopefully receive some extra cash for college.
Did you know that just a little blood could get you a free t-shirt? Oh yeah, it can save a life too. You can schedule your appointment for the next DP blood drive now by seeing Lucero Cruz or Mr. Gutentag in P2 at lunch, scanning the QR codes around school, or going to donors.vigilant.org with the code 1035. It's on Thursday, April 7th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Just remember, if you're 16 or 17, make sure to have signed parent permission slips.
Open mic night is a great opportunity to perform songs, comedy, poetry, and etc. to support supportive groups and peers. Come and perform or just watch others perform. 7 p.m. tomorrow outside the EPAC.
It's my favorite day of the week, and my head sure is full of thoughts. Good thing it's Thoughtful Thursday. Let's send it on over to our favorite segment.
Hey DP, this is Beth Tuesday, and I have your Thoughtful Thursday for this last day of March. It's actually from a song from a very one of my favorite bands, but it says, "The future is no place to place your better days." And I just feel like it's super relevant right now because of all the changing and things that have been going on. Just live that life that you can as best you can.
Thank you, Ms. Fuste. The track and field team had a great mid-season showing. Girls varsity took first place in the distance events, long jump, and pole vault. Some winners on the boys varsity include Colby Todd's PR of 11 feet 6 inches in the pole vault, Grant Kahn with a 113-foot 11-inch throw in discus, and Grant Yellis with a shot put of 38 feet and 1 inch. On one of the most prestigious golf courses in America, DP News' own Laith Reynolds honed in his inner Tiger Woods and had a hole-in-one. Aiden Myers caught up with Laith and recapped the team's match against SM.
Last night, golf played San Marcos at the world-famous Sandpiper Golf Course. The Chargers beat the Royals 396 to 416. Teddy Vinja led the team with 77, and Scott Nightingale and Ruben Mediza both had solid rounds. Laith Reynolds had an especially important night after he hit his first hole-in-one.
The mindset going into the match was win, 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 win. We had to beat San Marcos at all costs. We were dialed, and I knew this day was coming. The hole-in-one, I mean, when the ball left the club, it was pure. It was like a homing missile coming in on the hole. It just came in, bounced once. The ball goes in, and it was just pure happiness from there. The other guys were speechless. They couldn't believe it, but I mean, in my heart, I knew it was coming.
This has been Aiden Myers for DP News.
pretty impressive. Now, did you know you can get your prom dress for completely free? Let's hear some more from Pesia.
Prom's just around the corner, and so is the opening of the amazing Prom Dress Boutique. They have free prom dresses and a wide selection for everyone. Be sure to drop by to pick out your prom dress starting on April 2nd on Saturdays and Wednesdays. Don't forget your student ID.
That's some pretty cool prom dresses. It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Investment Club meets in H2, Nail Polish Club meets in B12, Ping Pong Club meets in SO4, Quizable Club meets in TO3, Photo Club meets in TO5, Ethnic Studies Club meets in H32, and Tabletop Club meets in the library after school.
Seems like some pretty important things happened today in history. Let's find out more.
Hey DP, I'm Connor Dolan, and let's talk history. The Elwood gas station is located on Hollister Avenue, a little past Elwood Elementary. I'm sure you've driven past it and probably not given it much thought, but today we're going to dive a little deeper. Its official name is the Barnsdall Rio Grande gas station and was built in 1929, a year after a big oil strike on the nearby coastline. The small oil company that owned it became a household name and the country's biggest taxpayer practically overnight. It was built by an architecture firm from LA and opened in 1929. In 1931, a restaurant, family apartment, inn, and liquor store were added as it became a popular place for travelers and locals alike. A frequent customer of the station was William Hearst, who stopped there between his castle in San Simeon and Los Angeles. The next big news wouldn't happen for 11 more years, during the heart of World War II. A Japanese submarine bombed the coastline, but didn't do any real damage to the station. However, the nearby inn quickly went out of business due to fear of repeat attacks. The real reason the station closed was because of the 101 moving. Therefore, any travelers that may have stopped were on a completely different road. More recently, the station was featured in the 1980 film The Postman Always Rings Twice. It looked good as new, but only for a couple days. Well, DP, that's all I got for you today. But as always, that's just some history. Some Goleta history. Thanks for watching.
I guess you do learn something new every single day. We have a lot of crosstown matchups today in sports. Let's start with tennis. Boys tennis has the biggest match of the year against SM, and the winner will hold on to sole possession of first place. The match is scheduled for 3 p.m. at the tennis courts. Boys and girls lacrosse both play SM today. The boys head into the game with an overall record of 3-3 and look to get their first league win of the year. The girls will try to defend their 10-1 overall record against the 7-3 Royals. However, that game is currently to be determined. The boys play at Scott O'Leary Stadium, and the girls travel to SM, both of those games starting at 6 p.m. Our girls beach volleyball team has a challenging match in front of them. They will head to San Marcos at 3 p.m. coming off some of their best matches of the year. They look to build off that success. With the win, the girls can begin to widen the gap of their first place position. Their current record is 4-1. In the indoor gym, boys volleyball, led by Grant Hughes and Troy Fitzgerald, play San Ynez at 6:30.
Well, that's all for today, Chargers.
Thanks for tuning in yet again, and thanks for watching.